It is a possibility here this afternoon. Chilly nights ahead, and that will continue for a good portion of this work week, meaning frosty mornings. By the weekend, we do warm back up and rain chances return as we go into the beginning of next week. Current satellite and radar picture for the most part clear, a little bit of reflectivity off to the west, and then still seeing some of those puffy cumulus clouds kind of pop up across the region right now. And you can see our next future radar, even this metal train to pick up. It's one of those days where it's the afternoon, it's mostly sunny. You have some of those pretty puffy cumulus clouds, but through the afternoon hours, some of them may get big enough to drop a couple of sprinkles on you. Not enough to rain out any of your outdoor activities, but still, of course, worth mentioning. With temps today on the cooler side, so we're normally at 63. Today our forecast high is at 56, and temps in the 50s from Hinckley at 51 to the south. 40s further up to the north. Those northwest winds again about 5 to 10. So if you're headed out to the St. Paul Saints game coming up here this evening, temps will be in the mid-50s pregame. We're back to the mid-40s by the end of the game, and still want to look at that feels like temp. I dress for temps mainly in the low 40s throughout the rest of your evening, with overnight lows this time getting down to the 30s. So a little bit warmer here in the metro usually, with our overnight lows 35 here in the Twin Cities, but we're down to freezing or even below freezing for the rest of really most of Minnesota and western Wisconsin. 32 your forecast low for Rice Lake, 30 for St. Cloud, 30 as we look out to Alexandria. So for you early risers up tomorrow morning, still have to maybe layer it up a little bit if you're going to go out for that run, those types of things for the next couple of mornings. Tomorrow's high into the mid-50s, about 10 degrees below average, with that high of 54, 51 as we look out to St. Cloud tomorrow, 50 as we look out to Alexandria, and still some 40s for your forecast highs for Brainerd, Hinckley, looking out to Rice Lake. So I do want to mention those morning lows just because it is going to be chilly. Of course, in the Twin Cities, it's a little bit warmer sometimes than those outside the urban areas, but our lows here are in the mid-30s. So that does mean that we're looking at lows down to around freezing, some frost possible the next couple of mornings before we start to see that bump in temps right as we head into the weekend. So yes, it's cooler than average throughout this work week, but nature finally timing it out right for some of us with this weekend. Last few weekends haven't been great weather-wise, but now looking pretty good. So we're into the mid-60s by Saturday, getting back closer to average. By Sunday, we're back to 68.